All right, what's going on, everyone? Common Artisan here, and today I'm sitting with JP. He's one of the photographers here in the Washington, D.C. metro area. There's a lot of portraits in Baltimore, D.C., like basically all over. And, we just did a little photo shoot. I'm new to photography, so he was giving me a few pointers, getting handy with the 85mm today. And I just wanted to sit down with him and talk to him about his artistic process when doing portrait shoots, especially for couples. When you're out on a shoot, like, what do you look for?
So, I have my set locations in mind, right? But what I look for, I love trees. I love, since we're down in DC, we got the monuments, we got a lot of this marble, this stone work. So it's really reflective and really cool. So even if it's not too many trees and you're down in the DC area, you can utilize some of these stone waves, some of the marble on top of Lincoln and stuff like that to really bounce the light and really give dynamic views with giant columns and just crazy architecture you don't really see all the time.
Are there any tips you would give for photographers who are new to doing street photography with other people? How to get other people to be comfortable in front of the camera?
Yeah, I think just talking to them. I think just really talking to them, vibing with them. I get them warmed up first. So I just do a couple simple shots, had them get used to the camera, and then from there I'll direct them. Like I'll tell them walk, I'll tell them do this, I'll say kiss on the cheek, and I like to give action too, so they know what they're gonna do instead of like put your hand slightly here, slightly there. And if they're not used to like that modeling or being in those crazy positions, they might not feel comfortable. So with couples, it's not like models. I like to get them in candid movements and fun and just interacting with each other.
Today we're shooting around, 10, 11 o'clock?
Yeah, 10, 11, yeah.
Do you have any advice for people when they're shooting outside and let's say the light isn't as favorable?
You can do a couple things. So if I would say 10 o'clock is cool, but when we get to like 12, the easiest thing to do is go in the shade. So if you look outside, and it's not too many trees, but if you're near like architecture or buildings and stuff like that, you'll have a side of shade. And what you can do is if it's a line of shade and light, where the shade begins, you can put them on that very edge where the sunlight is here, the couple or the client is standing on the shade, and that beautiful light will hit them from the sun but still be shaded and diffused, and then you'll get a beautiful catch lights of everything that they're looking at in their eyes. And that's a simple way to start. And then from there you can do things with the light and the shadows, like how it carves on a building from the side. You can like add some shadows. And then with the clients too, I had them like kiss in the middle. It was the shadows on each side and the light in the middle, so I exposed for the light, and then the shadows went real dark, so it'll look real slick once you put it together.
How you feel about the 85, man? I know you crave over that thing, but
85 all day. And it's other lenses. Like I know Sigma got the 105, they got the 135s. They had the 7200s as well. I think that's a good lens as well. I never really invested in one. I know Canon and Nikon and Sony's ones are like outrageously expensive. And I say this 85, I got a mid-tier 85, $700, $800. It's a beast. It's a beast. I can go down 1.4 sharp. I got the eye autofocus, so you just aim the joint and the daggone camera do all the work for you. You just worry about composition and expressions and stuff like that. But I think the 85 is a versatile lens that you can shoot in a lot of situations, because even the 70-200, you get in less than ideal light and you're not a lighting wizard or you don't know how to light, then you're going to get some noisy photos. And if your camera don't have IS, I think most of those 70-200s have it, but you kind of run into the thing where 85 you can get in for like 400 or 500 or less. Start there. It goes down to 1.8, 1.4, right? You can shoot them in various lighting situations, maybe like an indoor outdoor type joint where you got to crank the ISO up a little bit, but you can drop it to 1.4, hit it on the subject's eye, and you got room to back up. Like sometimes with the 135, if you inside,
yeah, you're not backing up with a 135.
Exactly. It's like you need space. So 85 is you get that compression of a portrait. You ain't got to back up crazy far. You can shoot in low light. You're not spending that much money. So it's a win-win-win.
What was the first lens you picked up?
So I had the 18-55 with the T2i. First lens I got was a 51.8. That was like $100. Yeah.
Everybody got the nifty 50 when they first started.
It was the best lens. And I think I got it for $70 because I got a refurb. Like I used to get all my lenses refurb. And I don't even have that many lenses. I have 85, 135, 50, 35, 1.4s, and the 135's f2 from Canon. I got 100 macro, 14 like ultra wide, and then a few vintage lenses. But like,
But I ain't got that many lenses though.
but no, it covered the spectrum, like, you feel me, ultra wide to like 135. But realistically, only 3 lenses I really use is 35, 50, 85. Like majority of the shoots, like I always forget to put the macro in the bag if I want to shoot some close-up range shots or something like that. The 14 if I'm doing like real estate or I'm shooting a modeling dude where I need to like dumb wide. 135 I don't use it, and the vintage lenses I use. But it gotta be a particular type of shoot that kind of fit that artsy vintage vibe.
You ever got sketched out trying to buy you secondhand?
No, cause I don't really do that off people. Like I just don't feel comfortable. Like especially as a random, like you feel me, you out there, boom, I'm about to buy this $2,000 lens. You feel me? It's just too hot. Like I'd rather go in the store, or they got websites that got used lenses that they can ship it right to my house or stuff like that.
I do everything on eBay, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the majority of my gear comes from eBay. It's just like you said, you don't gotta worry about it. It's guaranteed. It's insured. Yeah.
Cause like it's real sketchy. Like especially some people really starving out here and that whole vibe. So you out here with people like that. You got 2 bands in your pocket. Maybe they ain't do no credit card transactions. And then you try and exchange a lens that, you know what I mean? It just
give me real game right now.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. And like camera gear too, especially, as we in like Corona, like this is the vibe. Like people on Zoom, people of this, people learning these new skills, Instagram is really blowing up. So this is like the new currency out here. So, shit, just be careful.
I feel you, 100%. Damn. Tell me about the new studio that you got set up.
Yeah. So me and my mans, Damien and Shaka, we all came together. And like the idea was cool. It was like, yo, this is genius, right? So we got a storage unit spot and just a great space. I shot in it yesterday, had a magnificent time. Second shoot, like fully photo shoot there. It's really cool, a nice space. We got a nice big backdrop. We got the lighting modifiers. We got light stands. It's just a cool spot where we can come in the wintertime, anytime. Because I would book studios at like different like studios in the area. And of course you got to pay per session and you pass it on to the client. And then you gotta, sometimes a little bit further away, so you gotta drive there. You gotta make sure everybody's on time and orchestrate, like, okay, we gotta get out by this time. And the spaces are cool, but I like that flexibility, especially like a 1, 2, 3 person shoot. And I do a lot of single person, intimate type vibes where, boom, they can come no additional price, like just the regular photo shoot price, and we get some good stuff.
And it's like easy to control.
Yeah.
Keeps the overhead low.
Yeah, like that's a big thing too, like overhead low, so it's no obligation, especially what's going on now. It's no obligation, like even if we didn't shoot there in a whole month, like we're not gonna be hurting. There's 3 of us, the price is so reasonable. But I like there's 3 of us and we got a calendar and we can set stuff up. And it's to the point where we can really shoot there anytime we want, just because it ain't so many people booking it, like, oh, this day free, no, that day free, no. Like, we got a lot of open range.
But yeah, no, I had a whole bunch of fun today, dude. Like, for real, like, the more I watch other photographers do their thing, it, like, impacts, like, my shoot style. Like, again, I think the biggest thing I took away was just how you, like, communicated with the couple today. And just, like, how you staged and set up the shots. And like you did it so effortlessly. So like we went from like I don't think we spent any more than like 5 minutes in any one location. And before we went to the next location, you gave them an idea of what we were going to be doing in the next location. And I feel like just giving them that foresight makes them more comfortable with each step of the process. And it just makes it feel a lot more professional. Like, okay, like he knows exactly what he's doing when he comes here. Like, obviously this is not your first time at this location. You got the spots already picked out. And I could see when you were just kind of going off a cuff, like, okay, this looks nice. Hold on, we're gonna stop right here just because I like the way it's like laid out. I like the way it's lit. So I appreciate you allowing me to come along, see how you work. And till next time, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.